Okay, we're live. Good afternoon, Appliance Boot Camp family and friends. This is Mike Sneed coming to you again on a Motivational Monday. This time we're going to have a guest. A lot of y'all already know WWHVAC. A lot of y'all follow his channel. If you don't follow his channel, please go out and subscribe to his channel. He goes very, very in depth into seal systems and HVAC repair. One of the best technicians I've seen. He like I say, he's real thorough. He goes if you want to see what a technician do when they get in somebody's house and how they troubleshoot, and he does commercial, residential. He does everything. He's a licensed HVAC contractor out of Texas, North Carolina, Texas. So he's going to be with us on today, telling us about his story, and also we're going to have I have some announcements that we're going to be teaming up to actually bring you all seal system repairs. I'm going to go ahead and put the actual phone number in the actual chat box for people who wants to actually call in. We're going to take some phone calls at the end. So we're going to go ahead and take some phone calls at the end after we find out a little bit about WWHVAC. Um, Also, I want everybody to know that on May 30th, that's the date that we're going to do the seal system course. We're lucky enough to get Mr. WWHVAC to actually come out and help us along with the seal system repair. He's going to actually help us. I anticipate a lot of people going to be in on that webinar, and he's going to be in with us and actually helping us get through the actual webinar together. So right now, are you sharing yours, WWHVAC? I can have it so you can share yours if you. I think you might be able to share yours if you wanted
Share
to.
what, my screen?
If you want to share your screen or share it to your broadcast, I think I can do that so that you can you can share yours too. If anything you wanted to share, I got so you can share too.
Okay.
All right. All right. I don't want to call your name because on here we have some crazy people. You prefer me call you WWHVAC? How,
WWH Walter Washington.
okay.
Hey, trust me, I know about these crazy folks on YouTube, man.
Okay.
I get it all the day, all the time in my comments. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
All right. So
the,
I
the
keep it with
yeah the 1% because
mhm,
most we got most of the same people out there that that's
mhm,
really focused, especially what we do anyway. You
mhm,
know what I mean? So yeah.
mhm. Okay, that's good. Okay, all right, all right, Mr. Washington. So, you're in a close cousin skill trade to the appliance repair. Our skill trades kind of cross over a little bit. How did you get into the HVAC skill trade?
Uh, because I mean, I didn't have a skill at all. I basically didn't even have an education. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
didn't even have a GED at the time. So, so just doing dead end jobs. I was at a
Mm-hmm.
grocery store, stocking shelves, things of that nature. Wasn't going anywhere. You know what I mean? So, like I say, just down and out. And a guy told me that he said, "Man, you need to get you a skill." And and my father, he did like plumbing work and stuff like that. And I always helped him out when I was younger. But I always when them guys, cause my father, he did like rough end plumbing work. My
Mm-hmm.
granddad did too.
Mm-hmm.
The rough end, I'm talking about building houses from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to help him out with soldering and all that good stuff. So I always kind of had a knack for the piping part of it, and running PVC pipes.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, basically one day I went to well, actually it was around Katrina time, Hurricane
Mm-hmm.
Katrina,
Mm-hmm.
and they was giving out um, it's called Project Rebuild because there was a shortage at the time of skilled tradesmen.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down to the college or whatever, and because it was like a free training. Actually, they were getting you in and out 1 month of schooling, and then you're out of there. So basically, I chose HVAC though.
It was just one
Uh,
month.
yeah, it was just 1 month. It was like I would say Project Rebuild because they needed workers real quick. It was
Mm-hmm.
a shortage of it, and they just gave you the basics, and like I say, I chose HVAC, and then that kind of got my foot in the door. Because I mean, even after that, when I got when I got the certificate,
Mhm.
I still didn't actually get a job till about 5 years later though.
Oh, wow.
Cause what Katrina was like in 2000, 2005, 2006 or something
Hmm.
like that. Yes, I started HVAC in 2012. Mm-hmm.
So you got a certificate and you just
Mm-hmm.
sat on the certificate for 5 or 6 years?
Yeah, like, I'm from Mississippi, man,
Okay.
and where I'm from, that most of the good old boys, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
especially back in that time, it was kind of hard to get your feet in the door, especially if you ain't had no experience or nothing like that. It was hard to get a job, you know.
Hmm.
So, uh, like I say, eventually, long story short, anybody want to know that part of my story, I kind of fill in, you know,
Hmm.
exactly what transpired and how I come to actually start in 2012. But it's a long story, man.
Right.
But like I say, it was hard. I sat on it for at least 5 years though.
Do you
And
have
then
you?
when I say set on, I was still like I say, man, down to every HVAC company in Mississippi, I probably put an application in, but when nobody giving the opportunity.
You felt like they I know that because I've tried the skilled trades. Do you felt like they had kind of locked you out of the skilled trades and just keeping certain people in, certain people out in Mississippi?
Oh yeah, I say most definitely. Like I say, I mean, I guess unless you know somebody that knows somebody,
Mm-hmm.
they probably can get you in. But like I say, um, Mississippi, you ain't look like me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say black. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many black people in Mississippi doing HVAC. It probably is now, you know, especially the likes of YouTube and it's more exposure,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, man, yeah, like I say, it's hard to get your foot in the door. But once you get some, once you knock it down and do get your foot in the door, though, it's a great trade.
Okay. So
Mm.
then you go out to Texas. That's when you started on working
Well,
with a company. Once you got to Texas. Now, how hard was that transition going from plumbing? Because if you work with your dad and
mm-hmm,
granddad actually doing skilled trades and actually doing roughing, you were pretty
mm-hmm,
mechanically inclined. How was that
mm-hmm.
transition from plumbing to HVAC?
Like I said, I was young, man, doing it with my dad. Um, I never knew how great it would be, how much it taught me,
Hmm.
you know, thinking in 2012 when I first got started, how I can use those skills. I'm like, man, you know, I'm 11 and 12 years old helping them out. I ain't never think that I'd be actually doing this. And almost 20 years later though, but the transition, I mean, it helps a lot, you know, just
Hmm.
and like I say, back then when I was doing, you know, I wasn't reading books like I am now, trying to
Hmm.
just study the craft
Hmm.
of whatnot. But I was just doing the basic, but it was a good foundation for me, you
Hmm.
know. So I mean, the transition it's smooth, you know, it was seamless, you know.
Okay.
In plumbing, you don't do nearby much electrical or anything like that unless you're hooking up with like I guess a garbage disposal
Hmm.
or even a dishwasher or something like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Uh, what it's kind of because even with appliance, I
Hmm.
mean, in HVAC, like I say, we the closest out of all trades because
Right.
we kind of do low voltage, high voltage, and plumbing, you know,
Hmm.
and with
Hmm.
the piping and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it did help out a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, once you got to Texas, when you started with that company, how long
hmm
did it take you to actually get your contractor's license?
Um. Well, I mean, so in Texas, you have to have a minimum of 4 years experience before you get your contractor license.
Hmm.
So I think I did maybe my 5th year. I started studying for it that 4th year. Um, so yeah, I had 2 years. Yeah, it was my 5th year. So about 5 years. hmm
Hmm. And
Yeah, end of 2017, and I
tw-
started in 2012. So the end of 2017. So I'm say 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
When you went to ask them to sign off for your hours, did you have any pushback?
I think that, like I said, a lot of people ask me that question. I think that's against the law here in Texas.
Hmm.
Um, if you got the experience and you go to them, they're going to sign off. I'm sure some people have pushbacks here in
Hmm.
Texas because I get that all the time that they supervisors don't want to sign off.
Mhm.
But in my situation, so the guy that kind of hired me on in 2012, he always wanted to see me grow. You know what I mean? Because he went to like a service manager at the job. You know what I'm saying? And he know I didn't have no experience. And he the one that hired me on. So he put me through all type of classes, either whether it be at night or on the weekend, or sending me off to classes. So he always pushed. So I already knew once I asked him, I wouldn't have no pushback at all. No problem. You know, me want to grow. You know, actually, the funny part about it, man, what I'm blessed about, actually, that company that I was with actually paid for me to take my license.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they pay for all the books. I would say, yeah, man, I'm blessed. They pay for all the books. And I failed the test the first time that I took it.
I think we all do.
Yeah, I failed the first time I took it, and they actually paid for me to take it again. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So I mean, I know everybody and not in that situation, you have pushback for our competition and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody don't want you to grow, you don't need to be with them anyway.
Yeah. Now, as far as when you started your after you got your contractor's license, did they put something like a non-compete where they didn't want you?
Yeah,
Actually,
for sure.
okay.
Like I say, I'm not with that company now. Um, but I'm sure with something in there. Like I say, it was 2012. I wasn't even thinking about getting my contract license back in 2012. I knew I probably wrote that down because I always write my goals down in books of what I want in the near future. So I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere. But I really thinking about it. So even if I signed something back in 2012, I wouldn't have known what it was.
Right.
But the company that I'm actually working with now, they it's a no compete clause with them. So even if I get, let's say if I quit, get fired or something like that, to go back after that, I think it's like a year or something like that. You have to sign a no compete clause for a whole year.
Okay. But do a lot of times people, it's really hard to enforce. Do they know that you have another company right now? They just everybody kind of have it.
I mean, a lot of people do side work. You know what I mean? I had to show my contractor license, or I got to show my license in because you got to have either a technician license or a contractor license. So I had to show my contractor license. So, but I work for the largest HVAC company in Houston, Texas. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even want as far as I don't want any of their customers. You know what I mean? I mostly do residents. They don't do any residents. They do large commercial jobs.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, like hospitals and stuff like that. I'm just a one man show. I don't want no hospital. I don't want that headache. You know what I mean? And just say my company. It's say like for plazas and stuff like that. You know, little mall strips with like a mom and pop stores or with one unit on it. I want those. I mean, my company don't want that. What they gonna do with that?
Right.
And my company, they got a lot of salesmen out there. You know what I mean? So they can't really make commission off one or two units.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I mean, at the end of the day, there's plenty of work for everybody. And if they do have some feedback, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm established myself well.
Okay.
So.
All right. Since you got your contractor's license and you got the training for HVAC, I know you said up until then you was doing a lot of dead end jobs. Since you gotten your contract license and you've been working in the skilled trade, have you had a chance? Have you had a problem with finding work or being broke since then?
Man, the short answer is no, but I mean, I dwell on it a little bit, man. Once I got it, I mean, because like I say, I put a lot of work and put a lot of effort in to really know this trade and not, because I do when I was coming up, I did work with a lot of people that far as, I seen them because I was even a supervisor at the previous employer that I had. And I would see young guys, even older guys, man, it really don't matter. Just come up and really just got a job. You know what I mean? Even when we start you out just changing filters or, just doing the basics. You're just going around just changing filters, not really want to know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, so not only, I started out not knowing really too much about the trade or anything about the trade. Even when I was changing filters, in my free time, I'm examining this unit. I'm I'm picking, you know, I'm just going through every little wire, just trying to figure out the schematic, you know, just trying to learn everything about this trade that I can. So even when I see something in the field, I would come home at night, you know, just read the book about it, you know, just study on it. So, but once it clicked, to answer your question, man, once this clicked, I knew I'd never have to worry about a job again, just far as especially like finance or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got it, because especially in this trade here, this one thing you can't learn it overnight. You know what I mean?
Right.
I froze up on you, Mike.
Yeah, I think you froze up a little bit.
Hmm.
Let me see.
You can still hear me though?
I can still hear you. Let me see.
Yeah. I don't
Uh,
know. I don't know if it's on my end or your end.
yeah. Let's see.
Let me
I
see.
see some. I think we still. Let me see. You still froze?
Yeah, I'm froze. Hmm.
Let me see. See if the chat's still there. Yeah, the chat's still there. Uh, I think. Yeah, I think yours is froze.
I
Let me
think a lot
see.
of people been having this problem lately too. Get so many people on Zoom these days.
Okay. Yeah, they can still hear. They can hear. They can hear.
They can hear. All
Yeah, they
right.
can hear. Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Now, what I was saying though, man, but once I got it, man, that's the last thing I'm worried about now, how to get some work or you know, how to be able to provide for my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like I say, in this trade here though, it ain't nothing that you're gonna learn overnight. It's gonna take repetition. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna just take a lot of experience going out there, bump your head, not be able to figure it out, asking a bunch of questions, like I say, coming back home, trying to read up on it. But once that light bulb click, man, yeah, I we'll never have to worry about money again, or you know how to be able to provide for my family, or even going out there and get a job. You know what I mean? Even if it's not a high paying HVAC job,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So you know, I get paid real good money now with the company that I'm with. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I have a mind state, even if I had to go back to like 15, 20, $25 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that a company that can't pay me that well. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. Nah, since I've been in this trade, nah. Like I say, in 2012 though,
Uh-huh.
you know, man, and by 2012 to 2013 to 2014, yeah, you kind of walking on thin ice then, because like I say, that light bulb just ain't clicked. But
Right.
really about that year and a half, 2 year mark, I
Mm-hmm.
kind of knew that I'd never have to worry about it again.
Okay, there you go. That's good stuff. Now with us, I normally tell people to start off with third party warranties. I know a lot of HVAC and a lot of electricians, people with contractors license, they don't like the third party warranties. How about you? Do you like the third party warranties?
Man, I like the third party warranties, especially for a small business when you just getting started. I
Mm-hmm.
look at it like this. Okay, first of all, third party warranties, that's what's gonna get you to work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For example, let's talk about SEO, search
Mm-hmm.
engine optimization.
Mm-hmm.
So to if you pay somebody to try to get you top ranked in Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, First of all, it's going to be expensive. If
Yeah,
anybody tell you they can do it for $200 or $300
they
to
lie.
get you on the first page, the first month or the first week, hey, they scam you out your money. So if you get somebody good, they're gonna get you on the first page of Google, man. It's gonna take anywhere between 6 months to a year,
Mm-hmm.
if you're lucky. So my whole thing is, okay, so what you gonna be doing in, in between time? You know, how you gonna get those customers in between time?
Mm-hmm.
Because the third party warranty, and we can get into how they pay and all that. But at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, these people are going, they putting, it's free marketing.
Mm-hmm.
They putting you in people houses. A lot of the houses that they put you in is you might run into real estate agents, not agents, but realtors.
Mm-hmm.
You might run into property managers. You never know who you're going to meet. You know, so and then the money is okay too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, to me, it's good, because at the end of the day, if you don't have, like I say, and I always preach too, man, don't go into no debt and take out loans. So these third party warranty companies, if it's an expensive part, they'll pay for it for you.
Yeah, send you the part.
Yeah, send you the part. So basically, you going out there, um, and then when you if you do got the money to pay, you can mark it up
Mm-hmm.
20-30%. So but you can basically go with them with $0. They'll pay for the part for you. All you doing is go put it in and using your know-how. A lot of times you're gonna get a deductor from the homeowner, so that's like $70 right there, between what, 70 and
Yeah.
$125. So you getting that up front, and then the third, the one, I don't know exactly how appliance do it, but in HVAC they're gonna give you like a minor or a major, whatever you installing. So they're gonna give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I mean, yeah, to me, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Um, um, uh, I mean, you can get a lot of experience because, especially when you first started, like say in HVAC, it take 4 years before you even able to get your contractor license, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you have to work for a company. Okay, so you're working for a company. So basically, you a technician. You don't have that business mind state yet, unless you've been doing side work illegally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 'cause
Now,
we have.
let me
Mhm,
ask you this
mhm,
right here.
mhm,
This is a question I get a lot from
mhm,
people and concerning HVAC.
mhm.
Um, with HVAC, now, do you have to have a contractor's license to repair? Say, like if somebody called me and said their package unit is
Mhm.
down, and I go out there and I change the compressor or I put a contactor in, do I have to be a licensed contractor to do that?
Yes.
You do.
Yes. Now you can now because so you can be a handyman this
Mhm.
far as you or do like a DBA for you can do a maintenance on that unit, but
Mhm.
you don't supposed to open that system up and do any kind of repairs. But yeah, you can like wash the filters. I mean,
Mhm.
replace the filters and
Mhm.
maybe wash the coils for them. But once you open that HVAC system up, it's against the law.
Okay. Even if you have an EPA certification,
Um,
so I don't.
I mean, if you got a universal, yeah. Even if you got a universal
Uh-huh.
EPA certificate, that's why I say now that's in the state of Texas. I don't know about any
Okay.
other.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about any other states,
Okay.
but the state of Texas, you have to be licensed to work on
Okay.
HVAC equipment. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all HVAC. Y'all got it locked in. Some of them won't even let you into the supply house unless you got a contractor's license.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't even buy parts. I mean, you can go on because I get this all the time, man. A
Mm.
homeowner reach out to me and ask can I install the equipment, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how did you get your equipment? Well, they go online and Amazon selling Goodman uh,
Mm-hmm.
air conditioning unit, but you
Oh
can go
yeah.
online. Yeah, you can go online all day though.
What's the prices compared? Is it marked up high or is it's pretty cheap?
Well, not only is it marked up high, but it don't come with no warranty either. And
Okay.
yeah, a lot of homeowners will tell you, see, Goodman already red flagged those because once I first started, uh, when I got my contract license,
Mm-hmm.
and I was running calls
Mm-hmm.
on my own, I'll take that anything. But I never install those again because
The
a lot.
Goodmans.
No, I install Goodman all day long, but it
Uh-huh.
had to come from the manufacturer.
Okay.
This say if a homeowner purchase, I don't care what kind of equipment it is. If a homeowner purchases, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want anything to do with it,
Mm-hmm.
because I purchased my own equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and then so because I don't know what's wrong with that equipment, but I was saying as far as Goodman, a lot of times these sellers, because you can get third party sellers selling these units, and they'll tell the homeowner that that it has a warranty on it. But
Mm-hmm.
then once us contractors, if we put that serial number in and give it to Goodman going to say it's a red flag on that unit. Because what they doing is this say if you go to the manufacturer and Goodman sell you a brand new unit, if it have a dent or something like that in it, and we send it back, somehow they getting their hands on it because it's damaged piece of equipment, so it's already been red flagged.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, if you buy, anybody listen, you buy a unit on Amazon, you're not gonna get the 5 or the 10-year warranty. Yeah. But like I say, me personally, I wouldn't install it, man. Like I say, because like I say, I can purchase equipment myself, and I can guarantee you a 10-year warranty.
Okay. All right. I always tell people HVAC is a license to print money, because with you all, when y'all go to somebody's house, they already thinking they already conditioned that it's going to cost them a lot of money. So they think it's going to be $5,000 or $6,000, and y'all can tell them $1,500. They feel like they got a deal, and y'all parts are really not really expensive. No, they reasonably cost, like for contactors and stuff like that. So with that being said, realistically, if you were just out just running maybe just doing residential work, if you a licensed HVAC contractor, what could be realistically you might could turn in a day? Do you
No, this screen still froze up.
your screen froze up, but I can hear you well, and they can still hear us in the chat.
Okay. I'm sorry, man. What was your exact question? I
Oh,
heard you
okay.
say,
Like I say, with HVAC, I always tell people HVAC is you get your HVAC contractor's license, especially here in North Carolina. I say that's legal. That's legalizing you to be able to print money, because homeowners already think when they got a problem with the heating and air unit.
I heard all that part. You say in typical.
Yeah, if you a typical HVAC person, if they're running, they run in a day. If you running, what y'all can do like 5-6 stops a day, residential stops. If you're doing just service calls.
Like I say, I don't like I say I'm a commercial. It's hard for me to say because like I say I don't do it full time. So I mean I don't run 5 and 6 calls, and then in the daytime I do commercial HVAC. So I may run 1 or 2 calls during the day.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I can give you an example today.
There you go. That'd be good.
So today I got off the 9 to 5, and I had 2 calls to run.
You run these 2 calls on your own. These are your personal calls.
Correct. And I scheduled. She called me yesterday, and I scheduled. She say, and this is almost a favorite one. Like you say, they think it's almost like print money. They already conditioned that they fit to spend a lot of money. So this particular, she called. She say, yeah, it ain't cool, and I think it got a leak. Can you come charge it up for me? And she said, it's that R22. So people already conditioned, man. You can sell R22 anywhere between $60 and $120 per pound. So think about that. If I'm selling R22 refrigerant for $80 a pound, what's that?
We get them a 30-pound, 30 or 50-pound.
That's why I say, as far as residential, I mean, it take anywhere between. If she low, it's gonna take anywhere between 3 and 8 pounds, no more. Let's just say 5 pounds. So that's 5 times 80. That's $400 right there that she conditioned. Because I always let them know, you probably gonna be anywhere between, for. So anyway, she conditioned that she knows she got to spend at least $400. But I get over there or whatever, and man, the unit ain't never been maintenance before. The coil hasn't been cleaned. Before I can even diagnose this unit, I got to do a maintenance. And the maintenance, I charge the $85 to do the maintenance on it. I'm gonna post a video on that too, because I recorded. But it's $85 for maintenance, and then there was $75 for my service call. So 75, what's that?
So
75.
Your 85 and your 75 is totally 2 different charges. It's $75 to knock on the door, then $85 for you to do the maintenance.
Correct.
Okay.
That's before I can even hook some gauges up to look at the unit. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people, I mean, if we're gonna do it the right way. Because I can say, man, especially this trade right here, once you learn from experience, okay, I can go over there and just dump some refrigerant in there. But then I'm gonna start losing money if I get called back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I say, I charge what I charge it to to do a maintenance on it. That's washing the coils.
Mhm.
She didn't have a filter on the inside, so all the dirt, the dust, because her air conditioner was in the hallway.
Mhm.
So like she didn't have a filter in there in years.
Mhm.
So all the dust is just going right to the core, just sticking to the core. So I had to do a good maintenance before I could diagnose the unit.
Mhm.
So uh, lucky for her, once I did maintenance of the unit, man, she didn't need an ounce of refrigerant. You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's just honest work, though. I
Mhm.
mean, at the end of the day, I told her, ma'am, you just need a good maintenance. And I ended up charging her 200 to do the maintenance because I didn't know it was that dirty. I just told her off the top of my head. I don't think I looked at the condenser unit.
Mhm.
But watch when I show uh, y'all go to my channel, HVAC. I'm gonna post that video sometime this week. But you ought to see all the dust and the dirt.
Mhm.
So once she got a good maintenance, man, she didn't really need anything else. And then
Mhm.
she had a antiquated thermostat with the mercury in it, with the
Mhm.
arm on there where
Mhm.
you go up and down. And she had a digital thermostat just laying on the couch. And the lady didn't have a lot of money.
Mhm.
So uh, she just had it laying there, and I told her what I charged to. Cause I just seen it on the couch. I told her what I charged to install the thermostat. That's typically like $175, especially if the customer had it
Mhm.
uh, right there. If the customer supply. So
Mhm.
she didn't really have it. She was like, nah, I guess I just have to get that done next time. So I told her, since I'm already here, then I'll do it for $100. So I mean, just that simple one call, and it ain't take me nothing but like an hour and a half. So I
And
think
you have no parts, just your cleaning solution
yeah, I mean, I don't even use no type of cleaner solution. I use I think I use nitrogen
to
to
blow it.
kind of blow it all out, and I use
Mhm.
her water hose. You know what I mean? Yeah, just put water on it.
Mhm.
'Cause you got to clean all that dirt out. 'Cause I think she had dogs or something back there, and
Mhm.
they kind of she don't have any grass. They
Mhm.
kind of so a lot of dust, and when that
Mhm.
condenser unit comes on, it suck up all that dust through the core.
Mhm.
So I mean, and then I can say right after that. Actually, I went on another service call,
So
and
what you had like you made like three at that one?
yeah, I invoiced them for 360.
360. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like I say, and she say, because I mean, like I say, at the end of the day, honest work, because
Mhm.
this always be honest with her. She got my card. She's gonna
Mhm.
leave me a review
Mhm.
because she didn't need any refrigerant. Like I
Right.
say, a lot of people would try to take advantage of her and say, yeah, you do need like 4 or 5 pounds after they clean it up, and
Right.
then she probably been looking at like $900 ticket.
Mhm.
But man, HVAC though, man, you can easily you almost because you can always find something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can go to somebody's house. They're like in this situation. Now she did need a maintenance.
Mhm.
I can go to people's houses, man. They might need one thing, but you got experience. You might see something else, and you can kind of like suggest, okay, you don't have a flow switch, what we call a ceiling saver. So
Mhm.
if this unit ever stop over water or something, you're gonna damage the ceiling because around here a lot of the units in the attic.
Mhm.
So I mean, you can always look around, and then I mean, when you hook one of them up, that's anywhere between 125 and $200 just to hook up a flow
Put a
switch.
float switch in.
Yeah, and it's just two wires. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But they paying for us to be able to look around with the experience and okay, this is what you need because if I didn't come by there and even suggest this, you know, down the road you can be paying for a whole new ceiling.
Yeah.
So it ain't just about me hooking up a flow switch and hooking up two wires. You know. So, but yeah, man, typical day. That's why I say I'm good right now. For, two
So
two yeah 2 calls, 2 3 calls. I mean I'm okay.
now with the second call, what was that? What
Mhm.
was that the second call that you done?
Man, it was a nuisance. It, so and I actually got a video on this a
Mhm.
while back, man. It's an older lady,
Mhm.
and this particular this a warranty call here.
Uh-huh.
This next call. I don't know what's going on my screen.
You
See
straight?
you?
You're not frozen now.
Okay.
It-
Sound
it-
those wrong. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a nuisance call. So she got a bunch of dogs in her backyard, and
Mhm.
they dig it, man. They like to bite on the in her condenser unit. It's
Mhm.
right on the corner of her house.
Mhm.
So she got a couple pit bulls back there, and they like to nibble and bite. So they always tearing the 24 volt
Oh yeah.
wire up coming out of
Mhm.
there, snatched it out. Yeah. So like I said, that was a warranty call. She had I think a $75 deductible,
Mhm.
and I told her don't worry about it. You know what I
There you
mean?
go.
And then I just tell the one to come by, fix the wire, and they'll give me a little minor installation. So I'll
Mhm.
probably make about $95 out there.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's why I tell a lot of people. A lot of people when they come
Mm-hmm.
to Appliance Boot Camp, and I tell
Yeah.
them, no, don't quit their job if they're currently working full time until they get enough money saved up. But doing
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 service stops when you get off work, man,
Oh yeah.
that's a nice little piece of
Yeah.
change at the end of the week.
Yeah. See what you're doing though, and then you get more familiar with it. Like I said
Mm-hmm.
earlier. So now, like I say, because I was starting to stir out like when I first started, like in 2012, we conditioned
Mm-hmm.
to work for people.
Mm-hmm.
So all we is a technician,
Mm-hmm.
but because when I got my contract license, when I was actually out there on my own, I didn't have a company to bag me up. Man, I was
Mm-hmm.
terrified going to these folk house. Yeah, like the
Uh-huh.
first, yeah, but now it ain't nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I'm so used to it, and I've done over now probably hundreds of times now.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it on my own. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And that's why I back up my work though, man. I love to try to do stuff right the first time. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean, Mike? Because you know how important it is though, just far you don't want to have to go back.
Yeah.
That's when you start losing money. So
Yeah.
I do it right the first time, but like you saying, man, just start off, yeah, around 1 or 2 calls till you get used to it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And try to get your name out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing appliance, everybody in your town and your circle need to know you doing appliance now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you get your feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
To get your feet wet a little bit, run a couple calls in the afternoon, and especially right now, man, I'm loving it. This is my favorite time of the year, man. Cause for real, it's getting light, like what 6:30 in the
Yeah.
morning. I'm talking about it ain't getting dark. I think it's still light out there.
Yeah.
Well, especially on this end, it's 7:30. They don't get dark like 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell anybody too, man, if you gonna, like I say, don't quit your job, but whatever you're doing, if you do got a job, you need to be working harder on your own thing. For real, if you can get E for 8 hours, of hard work, you need to, give yourself at least 4 or 5 good hours.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that. We've got plenty of time in the day to do that.
That's no doubt, no doubt. All right. Yeah. I want to let everybody know. We made an announcement earlier on May the 30th. May the 30th, we're gonna have a seal system course. We're gonna do a webinar. And with that, Mr. Washington has been uh, gracious enough to come in and help us with this course. We're going to actually put together a list of material that you all should have prior to us starting the course. Um, Also, with that, I wanted to get one refrigerator that everybody could get, so everybody be doing the same thing. I wanted to get like a little dorm refrigerator, something that cost about $80-$90. Unfortunately, all the little small refrigerators now have R600 in it. So that's not going to be what we want. We wanted something that has R134A. So what we're gonna probably ask, if you're gonna do it along with us, that you actually go out maybe to a Facebook Marketplace or something like that, or pick up a refrigerator that's currently working, so you can take it apart and actually tap into the system and put the gauges on it, and so we can take that compressor off and put it back on, and reclaim the refrigerant, and actually and charge it back up and take you through that process. And Mr. Washington, like I said, I want to thank him again for coming out and actually helping me with this. And he does.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta be able to change the compressors out.
There you go.
Real. Hey, cause I look at it like this: if I call you to my house and something going on with my compressor, I want you to be like, man, I don't do that. Come on.
There you go.
Can't get to that stopping point. I need you to be able to change the compressor out. Now I called over. Now I got to call somebody over. I got to pay them for another service fee. Come on, go and take care of that while you got an opportunity.
There you go. And this take us stepping our technician skills up, going to the next level. And once we do this, we have everything down. And like I said, Mr. Washington, he does seal system, compressors, and refrigerant all the time. And he's putting together a great list for everybody of what they would need to get started into this. And like I said, he's going to help us on the actual when we're doing the actual course. He's going to be online with us and helping us out with any questions and stuff anybody should have. And I think it's going to be a real good course. And starting off is just going to be for the alumni for Appliance Boot Camp. I'm going to send the link out to everybody for the material they need to have, and I'll also send a link out for the actual to get on to the webinar. And it's just going to be for those alumni starting off, and we're going to see how it goes. And then if it goes well, we'll actually then make some tweaks to it, and then we'll go out and sell the course. But we don't want to sell it now until we figure out if we can do it online and get people up and running. And this is a good time to do it right before the busy season starts. Right when June hit, it's going to get really busy. You're gonna get really hot seals, compressors and stuff gonna be falling out. So you'll be able to make some money and get your money back from your tools and your investment in your equipment this season. About how many? Well, you that's all you do. God knows is refrigerant. Uh, when you done your first compressor, how hard was that? Was that were you afraid the first time you got ready to do the recovery, your freon and refrigerant and brazing your compressor?
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't say afraid, but yeah, you had that in the back, especially my first one, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think everybody would kind of. I wouldn't say scared. I know I was anxious. I wasn't scared because I wanted to do it and I wanted to learn how to do it. But um, I mean, I did a lot of studying too. I just didn't, I watched a lot of people, especially YouTube, man. YouTube helped me out, especially when I've done it on my own the first time. You know what I mean? But I was trained by some good techs, man. Just
Mhm,
for some good old school techs, show me how to do it the right way.
mhm.
You know what I mean? So when they did start sending me out there on my own, I think I had it down. I didn't have I want to say down pat, but I know how to do it the right way.
Okay, there you
You
go.
know, now I know it. I mean, that ain't nothing.
Okay. Um, yeah, we got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Somebody asking, are we gonna be using the Vulcan lock ring or traditional methods? We're gonna be using the traditional methods with brazing. We're not gonna be using the lock ring. I don't know. Have lock rings and stuff gotten into y'all's uh
Yeah, man. I don't use that crap. Yeah, man. I want to put me an old brazen rod on there, so
Mhm,
I know it's good. Because
mhm,
I mean I know people that have used it, but
mhm,
I, I prefer the old school method and 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 do it because I mean this stuff worked for years and years, and I don't see that being much. Is that more? That's much more cheaper. It may be less fire hazard. Because I'm not against it, but like I say, I prefer to do it. The brazen old school way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it pretty much gonna be leak free, especially my joints. If we saw, I mean, brazen it the right way.
mhm.
Um, so I guess what y'all doing for
A reason
fire
there,
hazards or
yeah,
something?
fire hazard. What happened
Mm-hmm.
to small refrigerators, like the
Mm-hmm.
dorm refrigerators right now,
Yeah.
they have R600, which is like propane. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't really braise it because the propane left in there, it actually start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're thinking about in the future, they might go to putting it into the bigger refrigerators. But right now, they don't have them in there. And everyone I saw was just small ones that's $100. Nobody's going to pay to get a compressor put on $100 refrigerator. You just go buy a new refrigerator.
Okay.
So, but in the future they might come. They've tried this before, where they use like kerosene and stuff like that as
Mm-hmm.
refrigerant, and they only take one house fire and then they back right back to R134A or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where they kind of pushing it because they can use smaller amounts of refrigerant and they can use smaller compressors and all
Mhm.
that to actually do it. Try to save some money.
Yeah. Like I said, be honest, I don't really know too much about that. You
Yeah,
know.
so we're gonna be
Yeah.
doing traditional brazen. Some people want to know, far as with us in the appliance field, how much to charge a compressor. We start off at between $500 to $600 and go all the way up. If you're doing third party warranty, change compressors, they're paying anywhere between 8 to $850 to change a compressor, and they supplying the compressor. Yeah, I don't know what y'all get, like 1,500 to do a compressor and HVAC, or
Residential, yeah, you get between, I'd say anywhere between 13 and 2,000.
13 to
Yeah,
2,000
yeah, yeah. A lot of times we go by the tonnage.
the tonnage.
Yeah. So you
Mhm,
got a 5 ton. You can get a upward because a lot the compressors are expensive too.
mhm.
I mean, you can get a compressor. He's $900 sometimes.
Uh-huh.
You know, so I mean, if you purchase it, you can make $1,100 profit easy. You know,
Okay. Okay.
no,
So your 13 don't include the compressor and the refrigerant.
no, no, no. Oh no.
That's just the
Yeah,
braise it, to take it out, recover it, braise it in, and
yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
okay.
I can say because if a compressor costs $900, now I can't. I need more than 13.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, 'cause a lot of time, I mean, you got to think about you looking at burnouts. Cause it depends on what caused that compressor to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to do that's why I mean you got to charge a little more
Mm-hmm.
because you got to find out what caused that compressor to fail also.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't swap it out.
There you go. And that's what he's going to be helping us with, identifying what caused the compressor to fail, also tracking leaks, how to read our gauges and all that stuff. So he
Yep. Well, I say we're gonna do a list. Mike, remind me too, man. It would be nice to add a good little ohm meter too to that list.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, so you can make that motor out. I mean,
yeah.
it'll be optional
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I got a good measure that I can pretty much know exactly why that compressor failed, and
With your
what,
own meter.
yeah, and what leg burnt out. Yeah,
Oh,
so
I'm interested to know that.
yeah, mhm,
How you doing that? You could.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
okay,
I think I actually did a video on that. My latest video.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
why I made a compressor. I think that either the start or the common wire was burnt out.
Oh, okay. I
Hmm.
follow you now. I follow you.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I see what you're saying. I got you now.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Um. So yeah. So we're gonna be doing it May 30th. We're gonna put it out there. Also, we're gonna he showed me a great book. I ordered it. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But just like we have the appliance Bible, they have a refrigeration Bible, and that thing it is great. It shows everything you need to know about refrigeration. So that will be on the list, and we're gonna learn how to actually start doing some advanced refrigeration stuff. Now, do you do walk-in coolers and all that?
Yeah, yeah. I have my contracts license for refrigeration. I don't do it as much as I used to.
Mhm.
When I first started out, I got my hands in walk-in cooler, walk-in freezers, um, ice machines.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm familiar with those. Like I said, I don't do it, especially like on the side. I
Mhm.
I have a couple. I have a couple like little mom and pops restaurants, and
Mhm.
they have some walk-in coolers and freezers in there, and that's really close to my area, maybe like
Mhm.
five or 10 miles. But that's the last one I'm doing. I really don't want that work there, Mike,
You
because
don't like you don't.
I'd rather stick to comfort cooling.
Mhm.
Because that's one thing about refrigeration, especially a freezer and stuff, man.
Mhm.
People have thousands of dollars worth of food.
Yeah.
So, like I say, especially now in the future, maybe when I have more technicians, I kind of dib and dab and
Mhm.
maybe get more. But right now, I just don't have the time. Okay, they calling me and I have to leave. And because especially once I'm home, I'm home.
Mhm.
I get home around 8, 9 sometime at night.
Mhm.
I don't want to have to leave. Because if it's comfort cool and somebody's house not cool, they can wait till the next day
Mhm.
until I get there. But like I say, if people got $1,000 worth of food up in there, you got to come now. Like I say, right now, I just don't want to be responsible for all that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why I tell people, with us, a lot of people they want to venture over into
Mhm.
commercial. I
Yeah.
said with commercial, when they call you, you ain't know
Yeah.
what time you get there. They expecting you
Yeah.
to be heading that way when they call.
Not only that, then once you get there, it can be a compressor gone out.
You gotta
no,
fix it.
you got to fix that now. I'm talking about now. You can make good money. When I was doing it, man, you can get 60, 70 hours. I'm talking about whenever. But like I say, it's good money, man. But they can't wait till the next day. You know, like I say, residential, commercial, compressor, something go out in the business. They understand. Okay, nah. Refrigeration, they want you to open up a store. It can be 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, supply vendors, even though they close, because I know a lot of people think, oh, no, 11 o'clock at night, the owner knows that, you know, they can't get no compressor. No, they want you to open that store up.
Right.
Most vendors, they open up store between $100 and $200 because they have people on call too. So they'll drive up there and meet you and get the compressor that you need, and you got to go back and install it. You know, so I mean, I say, not right now.
Yeah, that's what I tell them. I say, you do that when they call, you go on and you dare till you get it fixed. Yeah. And Lord, no, I like I said, I got a good friend. He owns several restaurants, and I do his because he's my friend. But after that, I don't care too much about the restaurants because it happens at the worst time. As soon as I think I'm getting off, I'm going to go do something, I get a call. Can you run to Durham? That's where I was at this morning, and I went there, and had to run to Durham. And like I say, you dare till you get it fixed.
Yes, sir. But I will say this though: if somebody interested in refrigeration work, you'll never have to worry about a job. You know, once you get it, because that's always on demand. That's like 24/7 right there. You know that you looking at a large grocery store chain. You know, everything from Walmart to the local convenience store. You know, everybody got refrigeration work up in there, so you always have a job. You know? Yeah.
There you go.
Or you always make some money.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to Mike Check. Mike Check, he's in the chat. He said he watches you all the time. Mike Check.
Mike Check. Yeah, I like Mike Check. I watch his stuff too.
Yeah, he's in there.
Good stuff. Yeah, Mike. Hey, Mike Check need to put. I think I can't see the chat, but yeah, you need to drop some more of them videos.
Yeah, he's been busy here lately.
Yeah, Mike could drop about once a week.
Yeah. Mr. O from O Fix It. He wants to know what is a split system.
So a split system, it can be anywhere between like a heat pump. Some people call it like scrape cool split system, where you have typically you have here we have like furnaces, and you have the evaporator core, what we call the cooling core, and I guess why they call it split system, because you got the condenser unit on the outside. So it's like split up because like especially like on the West Coast, they have package units and everything like packaged up. So you had a condenser and you had an evaporator all in one, like a box. And like I say, even on the West Coast, do y'all have?
Yeah, we got package units and split units.
I'm just saying that serve houses, residential.
Say that again.
That serve residential.
Yeah, we have a package unit that serve residential, and we have a split unit that serve residential. Okay,
so most of here, you rarely see a package unit on a residential home here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I see them all the time on the West Coast, and they actually put them on the roof.
Nah, we don't put them on the roof. We set them on the ground.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen them. Like historic district downtown Houston. I've been down there. They have like a package unit, like you say, on the ground that's going in the house. But yeah, split system, just pretty much AC unit that's split up. You got half on the inside and you got half on the outside.
There you go. Do you do any new installs, or you just do service and repair?
I just do service and repair. I don't do any new construction. I got $2 million worth of insurance, and my insurance does not do new construction. I actually got a lead this weekend. A guy wanted me to install 4, and I could. And I can't even sub it out. But I told him, I mean, like I say, you got to be humble. Like you can't take everything. You can't take the risk of doing something that you're not licensed to do. You know, I mean, that's a fine line, but like I said, I'd rather not, because there's plenty of money in service, and I do retrofit. So I hope that answers the question. I do new install, but they retrofit. That means I'm replacing an existing unit. But as far as somebody building from foundation and building from the ground up, no, I don't do new construction at all.
Yeah. I done new construction for a while. New construction, I had to put too much money out front, and then for me to get started, it'll probably cost me $3,000 to $5,000. Not to buy all the equipment, to pay the labor in order to get to where I can actually get my first draw. And I didn't like that. And then what will happen a lot of times, the builders, the contractors, you start roughing in one, and they start building on another one. And it felt like my money was trapped up with them all the time. Because as soon as I got paid for this one, I was taking that money to go to the next house. Felt like I was always behind them. I never got to put no money back in my pocket. I didn't like new construction. I was doing it with electrical. I didn't like the new construction. Yeah. And then you like residential better than commercial too, right?
Oh no, I like commercial, man.
You like commercial?
I say, but see, I mean, I prefer, because I would say I started out, I was blessed because a lot of people in HVAC, they start out residential, then they move to commercial. Because like a chain, some people do start out residential, commercial, then industrial, or like residential, commercial, refrigeration, and then, but like I said, I started off in commercial, but like I say, and I mean, I just love commercial. I work on chillers, large 100-ton chillers, all the way to 5-ton package units, as far as commercial go. But I'd rather, as far as on the contractor part of it, Mike, it's a lot easier, man, to get residential work.
A lot more people.
I'm in the state though where, like I say, I do have commercials on the side but not many, because residential is just so easy to get. I'm in the state with 6 million people, in the metropolitan area, man. So it's enough out here for everybody. There's really not too much competition as far as, you can't get no work, especially I say you set yourself up good for a lead generation. But now my passion probably going to always be, man, commercial, man, because residential is hectic, especially in the summertime, man. It's like 150 something degrees in them attics. It's hot. When you do commercial work, you either on a roof with a lot of air, you know what I mean? Or we go in mechanical rooms with a lot of space where it's shaded. I do a lot of controls work sometimes. So I'm in like an air conditioned space, fine tuning the unit. It's a lot demanding on the body, you know what I mean? Because we're going up ladders that 2 or 3 stories high sometimes, you know what I mean? But they keep you in good shape, you know what I mean? But my passion commercial for sure.
There you go. Now, right now, for someone who wanted to come into HVAC and do exactly what you're doing now, could somebody come in without going to a trade school right now, you think, and go to HVAC, or do they have to go to a trade school and hopefully somebody will give them a job right now?
First and foremost, man, HVAC, because there's a lot of what you call it, like baby boomers, a lot of people retiring, and the demand is high for technicians. So a lot of people take you how it is. But like I said, you got to be serious about it. But to answer your question, I don't think you have to go to school. Get your EPA, because a lot of this stuff you can go to Johnstone Supply, get your EPA license. So you get your EPA license, and then just try. Once you get your EPA license, because every HVAC company, that's in your town, call them. Every day, be like, you got your EPA license, be straight up with them. You don't know anything. You just want to learn a trade. You want to start out with maintenance, to change filters, just to get your foot in the door. I'm gonna tell you about me. When I come from Texas, think about this, Mike. Remember I told you during Katrina and all that, this a month of school or whatever. That certificate wasn't nothing, man. You know what I mean? Trust me. So technically, I didn't even go to school for this. So think about it. So in 2012, when I came to Texas, like I say, I loaded my truck up. All I had like $100 something in my pocket. I didn't have anything. loaded my truck up, but I was saying I'm finna get me an HVAC job.
Mm-hmm.
Let me wind, because right before I came, that's what I did. I got my EPA license.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $80
Mm-hmm.
to take the test. Because I said, well, I got to at least get my EPA license and my GED. I got all that in 2012. Came to Texas. All right. So like I said, I have little to no experience, but I had a want, man. And when I say, when I wanted to get in it, because I was working on myself too. I was reading a lot of books on how to look somebody in the eye and talk to them. You know, I pulled my pants up. I didn't have too many clothes. I only had like one good shirt, you know, that I could button up. You know what I mean? But button that shirt up, and you know, you got to get in there and look at your eye. Hey, I don't know anything. I want to learn this trade. And that book you were talking about, it's called a Modern Refrigeration Handbook. I mean, you can study that on your own, so you can still kind of get familiar with the terms. But you got to show, you know, if you show somebody that you want to do it, a lot of people gonna turn you down. But I ain't taking no for an answer, because when I first got here, man, it was the same thing. I'm like, man, but you got to call them up and ask for the supervisor or ask for the service manager. I say, make you a list. I would say every HVAC company, even if they want to get appliance, whatever it is, write you a list and get you a list about 25 or 30 companies. Write all of them number down. You know what I mean? And start from 1 to 30, call all of them. Every week. And you can write down the one that say no. You still calling them back. Hey, no, we ain't hiring nobody with no experience. You call back, you call back the next week. Somebody could have left. I ain't know. You know, yeah, this call. And then if you call about 3-4 weeks in a row, hey, not on that, man, because it took me like a year. I promise it took me a year before I got a job when I came to Texas. But look, you call and go to your unemployment office. You know, go to the Indeed searches. Go to they got a lot of stuff online. You can put applications in, but you call till somebody give you an opportunity. You know, like I say, because they might wake up one day, hey, this guy here calling me so much. Let me see what he about. Let me get an interview. And once you get the interview, you know, I would say read stuff on how to conduct yourself, or look up YouTube videos how to conduct yourself in the interview. You know, because if you want it bad enough, somebody's gonna give you an opportunity. You know, universe is gonna create, you know, a pathway and a door for you. You don't know, because you really don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. You know, because you are what you think about. And if you want to be this, you're gonna have that opportunity to do it. Like I say, it ain't gonna come when you want it to come, but it's gonna come. So I mean, just call. I mean, because for really, it don't matter whatever you want to be. You want to be an HVAC tech, you know, start from step one. Like I say, go get that EPA license, and really, because Mike, you know, the EPA license is a thin book.
Yeah,
it's easy,
I think
right?
it's open book test now. It might be
exactly. It's an open book test. Go in there and get the EPA license, and all that's doing is, it's almost like you know, let's say somebody graduated from college with a bachelor degree or something like that. A lot of that stuff that they learn in college with their bachelor degree, whatever skill or whatever field they're going into, they don't use that what they learned in the history class and all that. But it's showing discipline. It's showing, okay, you took the steps. Okay, you did what it took to get that diploma. So all the EPA doing is, true enough, you ain't got no lot knowledge or whatever, but all it's showing is, okay, you showing initiative. Okay, you invested something because you paid to take these courses. You know what I mean? So you have some kind of experience, because so somebody gonna give you the opportunity. You know? There you go.
That's good. And like I said, you said you started off without a GED and you self-educate yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of books and all that. That's wonderful.
Right. So what I'm saying is, so Mike, when I got the first job at that company, and look where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But look where I'm at. Dude, I started out, that dude gave me, after all this, why I just told you, looking somebody straight in their eyes, because if you say something, you got to mean it. Okay. If you hire me, I'm not going to let you down. So even when you get comfortable with the company, you've been working with 30 days, 60 days, a year, you can't let up. You got to remember that man gave you the opportunity. So don't let up.
Mm.
But what I'm saying, I started off at $8.25 an hour. Oh yeah. So
Mm.
doing HVAC, this in 2012 now. That's
Mhm.
like $1 above minimum wage, right? So what I'm saying is, okay, you don't know nothing, but you got to think about what you can make.
Mhm.
Because what it comes down to over $75,000 a year just with the company.
Mhm.
Imagine what I'm making on the side.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, yeah. So don't worry about what you making now. I mean, or what they're gonna give you,
Mm.
because that's what I say about the trade though. You're not gonna learn this stuff overnight. So
Mhm.
let's say if I'm making $8.25, man, I'm what 29, 30 years old at
Yeah.
the time. So people gonna, man, you take that job for $8.25. I could have went to Walmart, bro, and made $10 an hour.
Mhm.
Was I just told you I didn't want that. Ain't no opportunities in that. So don't worry about what you get now. It's a ceiling to Walmart. Okay, they're only gonna pay you so much. You probably be the best employee they got. What they gonna give you? 15 or 16?
Mhm.
Get that? You know what I mean? So uh I mean, matter of fact, when I got that job at 825, I could have did duct installation because they were gonna hire me, as a service tech.
Mhm.
Another company was gonna pay me $15 an hour to do duct work.
Well, you want to learn refrigeration.
You want to learn those fish, right? I'd be running duct work. I'll probably be still running duct work right now, man. That's why I say, I gotta take advantage of the opportunity though, man. And then once you kind of feel that this right for you, you know what I mean? Because like I say, where I was at, anybody probably would have jumped on that $15 an hour, but that ain't what I wanted to do. I
Mhm.
wanted to learn HVAC. I really just, I ain't just want no job. You know what I mean? So that might be a selling point if you want, if you want to get into something like this. When you go in there, don't underbid yourself, because I ain't acting. That's what they willing to give me. So
Mhm.
don't go in there talking about you work minimum wage. Unless that's a good company and you think you can learn or something like that. But now I ain't saying just go in there and just tell them, because they might give you $15, $20. I don't know, but yeah, don't just go in there tell them you're gonna make minimum wage now. But that's what they offered me, and I took it, man.
Yeah, man, I love that. I love your thirst for knowledge and
Yeah,
the way your ambition to go out there and
yeah,
get it. And that's why I want y'all to see that. He knew what the skilled trades, if he applied himself, he knew what the opportunities that could come. So you all who are now coming behind this next group of people that we're getting to start to come to Appliance Boot Camp, the money is going to be there. The money is not going to go anywhere. um, I think right now we're getting a group of people who's getting a little bit too much focus on the money. They're trying to get out there too fast to go make money and not really hone their craft in and learn the skill. So when I start seeing people saying, "Hey, I got my first service call," and I'm seeing the alumni coming asking y'all asking the alumni what I need to do, and an alumni is asking, "Well, have you got the model and serial number? Have you went out and got the service manual?" Well, I don't have no way to get the service manual and stuff. You gotta do those steps. You gotta prepare yourself before you go out there to the customer. The thing is, you want to hone your craft, not so that you can do like WW HVAC, so you can be like DCNF Appliance, so you can be like Miss Ward and them. You gotta put the work in. You just don't go out here and say, "I'm just gonna go get a service call, go collect $125." Because when you get out there in front of that appliance, or you get out there in front of that machine don't care. It's gonna tell you that you didn't do your work when you got there. You're gonna be in front of the customer and you're gonna be lost. You gotta go out there and you gotta learn how to self-educate yourself. So man, that is wonderful, man. I really applaud you for doing that. And most people wouldn't do that. Most people, like you said, look at that $15. They won't look at the opportunity. And for you to actually go back and like I say, take all those steps and self-educate yourself, man, that's remarkable. All right. And once again, we got people saying they love your channel, WWHVAC. Yeah, very good, very good. Uh,
appreciate it.
we're gonna do a skills. We're gonna do a SEAL system course on May the 30th. I'm gonna be sending out links from now until May the 30th. It'll be coming through the Teachable website. So I'll be sending out links and information for all of the people who are signed up for Appliance Bootcamp. Everybody who has paid for Appliance Bootcamp online. and the live event. They have access where they actually be able to look in and watch us as we do it. And I want to thank Mr. Washington again for coming out and doing this show with us. And thank him for actually agreeing to help out with the skilled trades. Not skilled trade, but the skill system, because I'm still trying to figure out how in the world I'm going to teach somebody how to braise. But he does it all the time, and he showed me some stuff as far as looking at the flames and stuff, and how to actually set your gauges and stuff. So I think we're gonna be very good with him watching us and helping us out.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
who does it
yeah,
all
it's
the
gonna
time.
be fun too, man. I want to say, cause once you braze into doing this seal sec, just relax too, and don't be so stressed about it,
Mhm.
and just have fun at it too. I mean, 'cause like I say, once you start doing it, and once you do it a couple times, cause hopefully, you got a garage or somewhere in your yard, you can just pull your torches out and play with it. But just relax too. Don't try not to take. You got to be serious about it, but try not to be too serious and kind of just relax and have fun with it also, you know.
Okay. All right. All right. That's I got one guy said that happened to him this Saturday. He went to a customer house, didn't have no information. He was lost. He said he'll never do that again. There you go. Once you get caught out there one time, you'll never do that again. All right. Once again, if you hadn't already, I'm gonna go to WWHVAC. Subscribe to his channel. He has very good information there all the time. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you hadn't already, if you go out and you can go to our website and actually purchase a course. We'll have it in the actual description. Also, in the future, you think you might do any courses, maybe HVAC or something like that, or people might look forward to?
I don't know, man. I thought about it. I don't know, cause like I say, cause if you watch my channel,
Mhm.
I'm more like this is how I do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I learned from some good people. I mean,
Mhm.
I know how to do it, but I'm kind of like on the fence in this. I might do something, Mike.
Mhm.
I don't
You
know.
got a lot of knowledge, man. You got to get it out there. A lot of knowledge.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't know if I had time. Like I say, 'cause right now I'm focused on building.
Mhm.
Trying to build my company, build my brand
Mhm.
up. But right now, I don't know. Maybe a couple years down the road, we never know, man.
There you go.
You know what
Are
I
you
mean?
looking to hire any technicians in the near
No,
future?
nah,
You
nah.
gonna stay one man
People,
shop?
people, yeah. Like I say, because a lot of people they ask me that all the time, man. Like I say, if I need help or show somebody, like I say, I
Mhm.
don't know what the future hold, man. But like I say, me coming from where I come from and starting where I'm starting, I really don't have a vision. Just have 20 texts, 15 texts.
Mhm.
I always stress about, what I'm saying, being debt free. You know
There you
what I
go.
mean? For
I
real.
love that. I love that about you.
Yeah, for real. I'm debt free, man. And I mean, at the end of the day, if I make $25,000 on my own and I can afford to pay all my bills, I'm good with that. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And matter of fact, I think I heard what you say. Remember you say you make like 225 or something like that.
Mhm.
You good.
Right. Yeah.
But I know I know you going to the next level, that million. Like I say,
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll
yeah,
let you go.
yeah. But I mean, man, hey, I'm good, man. I don't really like I say if it get to that, I mean, 5 or 10 texts. I don't know, man. Cause that's a lot of headache too, man. Like I said, I just want to do me, man. You know what I mean? I'm good. I can run a service call. I don't really push too many installs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, because like I say, I actually like to work on stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
know. I mean, at the end of the day, I can go to your house. I can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to replace everything. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother episode right there. Cause a lot of people be like, no, you got to go replace that unit. All right, man. I say I got a 1967 Chevy. You know what I'm saying? I
Uh-huh.
mean, back home with 327 in there.
Uh-huh.
It might be old, but I mean, it still run.
Right.
It
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
run good. I
Uh-huh.
mean, so yeah. So I mean, yeah, I get these sale guys, man.
Mhm.
Hey, unit 10 years old, you got to replace it. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, man. I can fix this unit. So I mean, like I say, I'm good what I do, man. Right now. You know.
Yeah, like I tell everybody, you start hitting 200 and up. That's a good life,
Yeah,
man. It's
man.
a easy, especially you debt free. It's a easy, carefree life.
Yeah.
Easy, carefree life. I had a, I lived. I'm honest. I lived good. And I had a good carefree life. But I tell everybody, JT Hustle messed my life up. He got me back out here working and stuff. And what happened with me is the fact that first I was trying to we're pushing everybody to be able to do six figures, make 100,000. Man, these guys was knocking it out so fast and so easy that it wasn't pushing. Then we had other people who are taking off, who are actually getting up to that, and it inspired me now. Because now I said, man, I've been complacent. I should have hit seven figures one year.
Man,
so now it pushed me.
I used to look at 100,000 like, wow.
Yeah,
especially back in 2012. Now the last couple of years, 100,000, man, ain't nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, and then once you learn how, that's why I say, get the trade, learn how to do it. Don't worry about the money right now. Especially, you can't never take that back. Okay, if I made 100,000, over 100,000 last year, I can make 100,000 this. I mean, because I know how to do it now. I know exactly what it took for me to do it. I know exactly how many people to reach out or whatever. Doing the marketing, how many business cards, how many door hangers, how many leads I need. And I mean, so yeah, 100,000, man. Nah, that I ain't gonna say a chump change, but that's not a lot of money.
Not a lot of money
at all.
That's the thing. That's why I said 100,000, and then they were knocking it out so much, and I wanted something to kind of separate us from everybody else, because I look at other courses. And they're going to make somebody make $500 extra a month or $1,000 extra a month. And I said, man, these guys doing that a day, almost. Some of them now and knocking it out. So I said, and I never really pushed myself. After I crossed over like 200 and I've done 3 for a little bit, I just relaxed, man. And I never pushed myself. So I'm going to push myself before I get 50 to cross 7 figures within in 1 year net. Now, collectively throughout the years, I done made over $1 million in this field over the years collectively.
That's one thing about appliance, though, man. That's why I say in HVAC you gotta have your contract license, but appliance, I wish I knew that. Back in the day, you don't have to have anything. Because exactly what I'm doing as far as the building my company, with the warranty, the generator. You can do the same thing with appliance, but you don't need no license. You know what I mean? You don't. All you need was LLC, a little insurance.
Just the insurance. You don't even really need LLC if you want to take advantage of the taxes and the protection. That's why we need the LLC.
And you can just go out here and start your business like that. That's amazing right there. Like I said, I didn't know anything about appliance. I didn't know it was a thing. I just know I had the refrigerator up and there and the stove. and then every house, man, got appliance. Every house, everywhere you look around. And then y'all have multiple. So there's multiple things you can work on. So the customer's gonna be able to call you anytime. That's one thing about HVAC though, especially if you do a good job. If I go to a customer house and I do a good job, do a good installation, they really shouldn't have to call me back. You know what I mean? Multiple times throughout the year. That means I'm not a good technician if they started calling me 2-3 times a year because they air conditioner.
Right.
I know sometimes, the unit get older and they start to break down and whatnot. But if you do a good job, but appliance, man, you got multiple things in the house.
Yeah.
If it ain't the dry, if it ain't the range, refrigerators. I mean, so y'all can get multiple calls, throughout the year from the same house. Once you got that customer, you do a good job for them. That's your customer. They just gonna call you.
Yeah.
No matter how you get them.
Yeah, I think the rule of thumb, it used to be, I think it was every 2.5 years you see the same customer with appliances, and 2.5 years they be calling you back for another appliance. So so you can count, and once you get a customer, for the lifetime of that customer, every 2.5 years you're going to make like $200 or $300 off of them.
Okay.
So that was the thing back in the days. It's probably gonna change now because all this new stuff fails. So it don't last as long. You probably see them. I think now I'm seeing on like one every 1 year. I'm back there. Ice maker done broke again or something that's happened with one of the appliances.
Right.
So, that is good. That is good. Yeah. So once again, man, thanks, man, for joining in. I want to thank everybody else who actually joined in on the call. I'll be back Thursday, and remember on May 30th, We're going to have the seal system course. There's going to be a webinar. You start getting information about that through Teachable. Look out for that information, and it's only going to be available for those people who already paid. If we get it down packed and we think it's a winner, then we'll come back and we'll offer it to other people. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see
Hey,
y'all.
thank you too, Mike, man. You changing lives out here, man. Thank you.
Oh, you too,
Thank
man.
you.
You too.
Yeah.
You too. Because I'll be honest, you're the only African American man I know that got HVAC contractor's license. Of all the time I've been in the field, almost over 20 years now. You're the first person I met to actually have contractor's license.
Yeah. Well, we need to get a lot more then. Oh, I say y'all come to my channel, subscribe. I do have videos on how to get your contractor license if you're interested in it. So, cause we do need more people look like us out here, man. You know what I mean? Cause this stuff is not that hard. Trust me. You know.
And
So,
great money in it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank y'all again, and I'll see y'all on